job. So how I got this sports reporting job. So I'm gonna give you guys a little something without not giving you too much. Shout out to my guy Alvin Parker and the STWF Media Studios for giving me this opportunity. So how the sports reporting came. Hi from the SCWF meeting. We're live in College Park Stadium in Arlington, Texas. We're about to watch the Dallas win. We're live in Frisco, Texas, Toyota Stadium, about to get ready to watch FC Dallas take on St. Louis. Injury report for FC Dallas. We have Anderson Julio is out with a knee. Nolis Norris is out with a leg injury, and also Paxton will not be playing today. So, for more post-game interviews and press conferences, make sure you guys come back to another episode on D-Hop TV. It's your boy D-Hop back at you with another one. Got a good show, so sadly to say, I'm not interviewing anybody today, man. It's all about me. So I recently got a sports reporting gig, and I decided to come in the show and also have a new shout out to my new subscribers and new people who's just joined my channel. So I decided to do a show today about me, myself, and how I became a sports reporter and my life growing up in Little Rock. Just little details about me for all the new people who just came to my show. So before I get today's show started, I got some shout outs I got to give because it's been a minute since I've been by myself. So I would like to give a shout out to Coach Ricardo for coming on my podcast. Eli Thompson, shout out to little bro. He about to do big things over there in Navy. Patrick Creighton Jr., legendary Patrick Creighton's son. Y'all remember him from the Dallas Cowboys. I also want to give a shout out to Coach Carruthers, Team USA. Uh, Jamia Hazel for coming on my podcast, Brianna Swartz, and the sports reporter, Courtney Holloway. We did a Zoom call. My boy Jay Taylor out there from Little Rock, Arkansas. Shout out to Little Rock, Arkansas. Brandon Jackson used to form a Seattle Seahawks player. And I also want to give a shout out to Jordan Taylor and also Patrick Aaron for coming on my podcast. And also Jalen Brewster and Robert Brewster. That episode is extremely streaming right now. It's trending everywhere, so make sure you guys check that episode out. So let's go ahead and get today's show started. So introduction about me. So y'all see D-Hop, but what does D-Hop stand for? D-Hop stands for Devontae Hopkins. That's my real name. Born in Shreveport, Louisiana. I grew up in Little Rock, Arkansas. A lot of people from Little Rock, Arkansas didn't know this. Well, some knew this, like some of my close friends, but a lot of people from Little Rock, Arkansas didn't know I was actually born in Shreveport, Louisiana. Didn't move to Arkansas till I was like in the fifth grade. So very, very, very young. But like towards the end, I really didn't know too many people going in middle school. I still remember. I remember my boy Sean Watson told me. Shout out to my boy Sean Watson. He out there doing big things. I remember it just like it was yesterday. When I first came to Horace, man, he was like, everybody was already looking at me funny. They're like, "Who is this guy, man? Who is this dude?" Because a lot of them went to elementary with each other and everything. So I really, I pretty much didn't go to elementary school in Little Rock. Like but anyway, like yeah, I remember him telling me that everybody was looking at me funny. They was like, "Man, who is this guy right here, man?" So everybody knew each other. So yeah, fast forward, I end up becoming like real cool with everybody. Everybody ended up becoming my friends, man. So went to Parkview High School. Shout out to Parkview High School in Little Rock, Arkansas, man. So that's a little bit about me. Been living in Dallas, Texas for like 10 years now, and it's crazy to say that. A lot of people tell me that I can't claim Little Rock no more because I've been here the longest, man. But that's still home because that's where I was grew up at, man. That's where D-Hop was made at, man. So how the name D-Hop came about, I'm not in high school, people just started calling me D-Hop. So ever since then, I just ran with it because Devontae Hopkins. I said, sound cool. That sounds, like a cool little slogan that I could use. So yeah, um, I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan. I know I'm in Dallas. I'm around a lot of Cowboy fans. How I became a Philadelphia Eagle fan was Donovan McNabb, man. He was always my favorite player growing up, and I became a fan off of him. I still remember it just like it was yesterday. Um, the Eagles just kept playing. I remember they was playing the Falcons. I was like, okay, and they was going ham. So I said, okay, if this team win one more game, I'm an Eagles fan. I'm officially a Philadelphia Eagles fan. So they won the next game. Ever since then, since 13 years old, I stuck with them then. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles for winning the Super Bowl last year. Hey, I need a repeat, man. And shout out to Donovan McNabb, man. Hopefully, that's one of my dream people to interview. I've interviewed a lot of people yet, so I hope to one day that I dream to get the interview Donovan McNabb one of these days. That would definitely mean a lot to me. Moving on, so I want to talk about my platform. I want to talk about my podcast. So a lot of people always ask me, D Hop, what made you start doing this? I also had players, people who I've interviewed, are like, what made you start this magnificent platform, this podcast? And just I always wanted to be a sports reporter, and I just like sports, so that's what made me start this podcast. I still remember, just like it was yesterday, I put on Instagram, I was like, hey, if I started a sports podcast, will any of you guys listen? And all of a sudden, I had a lot of comments, a lot of likes. Everybody said, do it, drop it, and everything. So I started. I remember, just like it was yesterday, I did my first episode with my brother, Marquis Frazier. Shout out to Marquis Frazier, man. Hey, I want to give a special shout out to him. Marquis, he was actually, I end up meeting a lot of people in Arkansas. I got a lot of friends back in Little Rock, but Marquis Frazier, that was like the first partner I ever had. He was my very first friend. We grew up together on Cleveland Street in Little Rock, Arkansas, man. That's been my brother since day one, man. He's more than a friend. He's like a brother. He's a family member. He knows everybody in my family. We're real close, man. So I know everything about Keith, and Keith know me, man. So shout out to him for always being the day one partner that I always been, man. I love you. We bros for life, my guy. So he was always pushing me to like, hey, man, me and him been talking sports since we were kids, and that's how I always end up getting this neck. I always knew I was good at this, but really now I'm actually seeing that I've actually started this podcast. So now everybody is blessed to see my talent, is getting to see my talent. A lot of people saying I've been inspiring them. So hopefully I'm inspiring all you people out there to drop content, do stuff that you like doing, because sports reporting and doing this podcast, I love doing it. I didn't start this podcast to be famous, to be seen, to get a job or none of that. It was never about that. I could care less about all the money and the fame and all that stuff. That just might so happen to be coming with it. If it happened, it happened. If it don't, it's cool. But I'm not tripping either way. I'm doing what I like to do. Talking sports and interviewing athletes, that's my passion. That's what I like doing, man. I've been achieving and meeting players that I grew up with. I've been getting invited to the NFLPA, been going to games, all good type of stuff. So this definitely has been a blessing and journey. I just want God to keep blessing me with this, because I know He will. He blessed me with this talent. It's the reason why He got me doing this. So that's a little bit about my podcast. So that's how I came about D Hop TV, man. So how I've been getting these people on my platform. I got to end this podcast now. Nah, I'm just playing. But nah, honestly, a lot of people always be asking me how I'm getting all these people on my show. And, I don't really want to talk about that. That's information is kind of confidential. It's kind of private. I'm not interested in just talking about that much. But hey, to the people out there who be want to know, just know the people who close to me, I'm close, know how I'm getting these people. But, I don't want to put that kind of information out there, man. So just know that I'm just blessed and thankful. I've worked with a lot of couple athletes. Make sure you guys keep streaming that. The big high-profile names I've worked with that a lot of you people will remember: Andre Gerard, he was an offensive lineman for the Dallas Cowboys. Coach Carruthers, he coached Team USA. I had a lot of couple people. Y'all just check out my content for the people who ain't checked it out now. Y'all can follow me on Instagram, DHopTV. Follow me on Twitter, DHop. My Facebook is Devontae Hopkins. My TikTok is DHopTV. So make sure you guys keep on looking at my stuff. Moving on, so I want to get into this sports reporting job. So how I got this sports reporting job. So I'm going to give you guys a little something without not giving you too much. Shout out to my guy Alvin Parker and the STWF Media Studios for giving me this opportunity. So how the sports reporting came about. Well, he's been checking out my podcast for a while, and I did some work when I recorded at his studio before, so we already kind of had that little connection and everything. So he ended up reaching out to me. I'm not going to tell you how he reached out to me. He reached out to me, and we just got to chopping it up, and, we just laid a deal together. So that's kind of how a little bit how it came about. Just talking to some higher up people, going through my background check, just getting a little exclusive stuff. It's some more detail, but like I said, I don't want to give you. I want to spill all the little news, but it's just basically just like a phone call. We was just chopping it up. He told me his vision. He told me his plan because his media company is going up, and I'm blessed and thankful that he gave me this opportunity. How the sports important job came about, it was definitely a blessing and it was an opportunity. I was definitely amazed. I'm still kind of amazed and starstruck about it that I end up getting the opportunity to live out my dream, being a sports reporter. I always seen Stephen A. Smith, Stuart Scott, all those type of big time sports reporters, Taylor Rooks. I look up to those kind of people. It just keeps going on and on. I've had a couple sports reporters that came on my show and we just talked about like their journey and everything. So hopefully my journey one day I'm end up being the big time sports reporter that I'm becoming, and y'all gonna definitely see my work. How my sports reporting gig has been coming along. It's been going on well. I've been doing a lot of Dallas Wings games, FC Dallas, and some baseball. The Texas Frisco Rough Riders. My first game against the Dallas Wings, it was a high profile game that I went to. I said, "Dang, I'm already getting thrown in the fire as it is." So it was against the Las Vegas Aces against Asia Wilson, and yeah, so how that went, it was definitely like a big time moment for me, man. Getting to be like on the sideline, it was definitely a surreal feeling. It was definitely a surreal feeling actually being on the court with the players. I've seen all kind of stuff, man, all behind the scenes. I said, oh, I was kind of starstruck of seeing because I was in the locker room and everything. It felt like that, I was on the video game stuff that I've been seeing on TV and all this stuff like that. So that was definitely amazing, man. That was definitely amazing feeling to see that. Seeing Paige Buckers being in the locker room, I was like, wow, this is like it was on 2K, like it is in real life. I was like, yeah. So I definitely was happy that I solidified that. Also with FC Dallas, shout out to FC Dallas. That was definitely my first game. First time actually watching a soccer game, and who would have thought working a soccer game, it would be at work. It would be for work. I would never knew this would happen, but I know God has plans for all us all. So it was definitely an amazing feeling just to be at the soccer game and just because now I found out soccer is a fun sport. Like I understand the game, but I don't know too much about it. But I'm learning it now as me being the sports reporter that I'm becoming. So and also shout out to the Frisco Rough Riders, but shout out to the Dallas Wings and all that, man. I keep going, man. Hey, Paige been getting buckets, man. So yeah, Asia Wilson, she is real tall in person. She is gigantic. Like she looked tall on TV, but she looks taller in person. So, yeah, it was definitely like I got definitely a lot more games that I'm gonna see and a lot more content. Y'all gonna be seeing me a lot more games. Football season is coming up, so y'all gonna be seeing me in the Cowboys locker rooms, Dallas Mavericks basketball, NBA. Definitely such a surreal feeling. Just being a sports reporter and I'm becoming, man. Excited to see what's next with my sports report, and I don't know how far it's gonna take me. It's gonna take me a while, so I'm definitely happy to see that you guys are following my journey. For me, it's definitely amazing feeling to see. But going back to a little bit about myself, so yeah, like I said, I grew up in Little Rock, Arkansas. I grew up with my grandparents and my grandma. Shout out to my grandma Annie McGill. She raised me. She the reason why I'm the person I am to this very day. Shout out to my grandpa Clifton McGill. Rest in peace to him because I already know if he seen me doing this, if he was still, but I know he's still here watching me doing my thing. He's guiding me through this whole thing. He's my guardian angel. He placing me in these doors. So he's definitely doing a big one. Good job on me. So shout out to my granddad for sure, man. Um, yeah. So growing up in Little Rock, Arkansas, see Little Rock, Arkansas, see it's a little misconception out there, so I want to go ahead and get an understand. Like Little Rock, I feel like as a city that we're just overlooked as a whole city because we definitely have a lot of talent, a lot of content, a lot of big names coming out of Little Rock because we got Bobby Portis, Joe Johnson, who done came from there, Derek Fisher, Malik Mungo. Like we got guys, but it's just I hope to one day that people will stop overlooking Little Rock because there's definitely a lot of talent out there in Arkansas. But Arkansas is definitely an amazing city to go visit. Like a lot of people say it ain't a lot to do, but you just gotta know people. You gotta know the exact certain spots to go ahead and hit. if to enjoy your time in Little Rock, Arkansas, man. But yeah, Little Rock, yeah. But like I said, shout out to Little Rock, Arkansas, man. I definitely got to visit home. I definitely got to get some more of the athletes, some more people from Little Rock, Arkansas on my podcast. I'm definitely gonna do that one day. It's definitely in the works, man. So I got some names coming, so I don't want to give you guys a little too much. I ain't gonna, say who's gonna come. But like I said, y'all just keep watching. Moving on, so I want to talk about my merch. So yeah, y'all see the logo, D Hop TV. So soon, I will be dropping merch. Soon, I'm gonna be having like photo shoots. So, cause I know a lot of people be like, all my friends like, hey D Hop, when you gonna have some merch to sell? Like, we want some merch because my podcast be going up. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have some merch coming one day. I'm gonna have hoodies, crew necks, V necks. I'm gonna have all kind of stuff, man. I'm gonna have like some cups. You guys gonna be seeing a lot of merch, a lot of drops, a lot of stuff gonna be doing it, man. So like I said, shout out again. I want to get back to this. Shout out to Jalen Brewster, man, and Robert Brewster. Shout out to him, big time star athlete who came on my podcast. We talked about his life. We talked about his football journey. That was actually my first time interviewing two people at one time. So it was definitely a fire episode. I can't remember how many views there, but y'all be going crazy with that. So I'm going to just keep pushing it. But like I said, appreciate everybody who's been supporting your boy on this journey. It definitely means a lot, man. So yes, D Hop, aka Devontae Hopkins. That's the name. Just a cool guy, just a humble, blessed guy, man. It's just trying to find my way in this podcast lane. That's all it is. Just doing what I love to do. Uh, if you know me, you know I'm always a positive person. I'm always smiling, joking, laughing, and everything. I'm always at a sports event, big time. I just like being myself. I'm just my hobbies when I'm not doing sports podcasts. I mean, uh, I guess I don't know. I done became a homebody really, to be real, because I just kind of move a little different. I kind of move a little low key. I ain't really like the party person like I used to. I used to be that party animal guy, but I ain't really like that no more, man. My favorite movies I want to talk about, I just want to give y'all some little stuff about me. My favorite movies about myself is I like Juice. The reason why I like Juice is because it's like it sends a message like you can't trust everybody. Remember Raheem and Bishop? It's just a firm believer that you can't trust everybody in this world. That you got to move a little different because even your own friends. I like. It's a lot of good movies, man. But Juice is definitely my number one favorite movie. Uh, Type of music I like. I like hip hop. I like rap. I'm gonna give you guys my top five favorite rappers. My top five favorite rappers. Number one is Gucci Man. Two, Future. Three, Young Dolph. Four, Moneybag. And five, Dave East. I know that's a crazy list, but that's just a little bit about me, like music wise, everything. Just like talking. Um, I would say I would give y'all like a list of people that I want to interview, but I'm gonna keep that information confidential. Shout out to my mama out there, man. Mama, you and me, mom, y'all made a star. Shout out to y'all. Y'all didn't know. Y'all knew I was good at this, man. So yeah. Shout out to my brothers Dominique, Renison. Shout out to them. Hey, we gonna be straight, y'all. So trying to help. We gonna we getting out the slums, family. So yeah, we getting it in like that, man. So just want to give a quick shout out to my close partners. Shout out to my dog Nick Matthews, Chris Patterson. Shout out to my partner Dwayne. I know some people gonna get mad because I'm missing. I'm be like, oh D Hop, why you miss me? And I'm like, just off the head, bro. But it's millions of y'all. Like, shout out to everybody who's keep helping me out on this journey. Like, a lot of people see me doing this podcast. They see me doing these questions. But respectfully, behind closed doors, I've been having help with this. Like, people have been helping me with the questions and everything. So, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I want to shed light on y'all because I want to go on notice because I don't want people thinking I'm acting big-headed or being humbled or anything. Like, I'm being humble. But, like, I definitely appreciate everybody who's been helping me out, supporting me and everything. So yeah, it's definitely gonna go up for sure, man. So like I said, appreciate y'all for taking the time to come on my podcast. So yeah, I'm definitely excited for y'all to see what's next in store in the near future. Like I said again, follow me on Instagram, my regular page dhop 4_, my podcast page dhop TV, Facebook, my real name Devontae Hopkins. TikTok, D Hop TV, Snapchat, D Hop .1. So yeah. So if you like today's video with your boy D-Hop, make sure you guys like subscribe to D-Hop TV Podcast.